In this tutorial, I will present you how to use consents to restrict some actions inside Tracardi. So as you know, Tracardi is an open source customer data platform that collects all the data about the customers, and you would like to use the customer consents to suppress some of the Tracardi actions, for example, sending an email, or you would like, for example, to hash some data if somebody did not allow you to store it. So how to do that? In the previous tutorial, I showed you how to show a consent bar. Once you show a consent bar and a customer gives you a consent to do something, and you will have it in a consents, and here you will see what kind of consents were granted. We will use these consents to hash the data if the customer did not allow me to store it. For example, did not allow me to, for example, store an email. So let's go to identification and event data compliance, and in here I will just switch to the sandbox, create a new compliance rule, hash an email. Okay, and we will select some event type that delivers an email. So let's assume that this is a sign in, for example, sign in, actually sign up, sign in. All of these event types carry an email. So I would like to hash the event property. Event property for sign up, we have like property email. Please hash this value if there is no consent marketing given. So it's enabled. So what it will do, if there is an event type sign in and that event type has an email and my profile did not give me the marketing consent, the email property in that event will be hashed. Later, if you configure the system to move that information to the profile, that hashed email will be added to the profile. So it means it will propagate all that information inside the system. So this is the first rule. The second rule is that you can stop some of the automations to trigger if there is no consent. So let's go to the on contact form. This is my automation for the event type that sends an email. Okay, so for example, somebody fills a form and then I would like to send them a greeting email. Okay, actually this one is disabled, but this workflow is pretty good to show you how to stop this workflow from triggering if the customer did not give me a marketing consent. So let's go to triggers. You can see that this automation will be triggered when the form is submitted on my page. So we can go to Tracardi contacts, and if you fill this form, this workflow will be triggered, and I could actually automatically send you automated message. But if you did not give me the consent to contact you, I would like to suppress it, so do not do it. So let's go back to Tracardi and let's go to automation trigger rules. Let's find the rule for my form submit. Okay, and this is the description of the trigger. If the event type is form submit and the event comes from tracardi.com, then the workflow on contact form will be triggered. Let's edit this, and in here you have a required consents. So for example, I will add, or maybe marketing consent, and save it. And that means that this rule will not trigger the workflow if the customer did not give me the consent to send them a marketing information. This is one way of doing this, but there's another way, and it's inside the workflow. I would like to send an email only if I have a marketing consent. So let's go and find something about consents. Has consents, okay. This is a nice plugin. And select marketing consent and just route the workflow like this and delete this one. So what it will do, it will check if I have a marketing consent, and then and only then will trigger this send email via SMTP. So this is another way of checking the user consents, and this is very powerful because you can embed this check into your whole workflow. And this is it. This is how you use consents in Tracardi.